everybody's got to start somewhere. So if you're looking to start saving and start investing, you're not alone. I think it's like 1 in 5 Americans, they stated that investing is their biggest financial goal. Meanwhile, more than half of American workers say they feel behind on their retirement savings, meaning that catching up is a really big priority. Now, it's for a good reason that a lot of Americans want to invest. $5 invested a day can grow into $150,000, say in the next 30 years, right? That's we're saying at about 6% annual return for that. Not too bad. Now, whether you're looking to boost your 401k or start venturing in the stock market, investing as soon as you can is crucial. Right? Crucial to growing your money. However, growing, bills and rising prices, that can mean spare cash to dedicate to investing. Not possible. But there's good news, and you don't need a lot of money to start investing. So some of the strategies and resources, we're going to talk about, we're going to try and use your bills to launch your investment portfolio, right? Just to kind of bounce off one into another, right? So, first thing we need to talk about, coupons, rebates, right? Going to the grocery store, right? Grocery prices. Man, inflation's jacking them prices up, ain't they? They're eating away at all the money you make, all the spare cash you thought you had. Coupon clipping can put some of that money back in your pocket and free up those funds to invest in your portfolio. While you don't need to dedicate hours of your life to hunting bargains, there are a few, coupon strategies to max out your savings. So, firstly, we're going to look out for manufacturer coupons that you can combine with in-store coupons, meaning double the discounts. Secondly, look out for competitor or online price policies that allow you to match prices when shopping. And then lastly, take advantage of store rain check dates. Rain checks allow you to stock up on a discounted item in the future, which is especially helpful if prices rise again. Now, rebates are another way to earn some cash back on your purchases, right? Depending on the rebate type, right? The more you spend at one store, the more potential cash you can earn back. Now, this gives you a small windfall at a later date that you can use to invest. The example I'm going to use is Kroger's. Where I live, Kroger's you have your Kroger's card, and for every X amount of dollars you spend on with your Kroger's card, you get X amount of money off per gallon of gas, right? So little things like that. Next thing we need to talk about, rounding up those purchases. This is pretty simple, right? You just round up your purchases, and you use that small difference to invest. So let's say you bought coffee for $4.52, right? You round it up to $5, 48 cents. That's what we're gonna put in the portfolio, right? You bought a pizza, $14.30, round it up to $15, 70 cents, right? So in one day you saved $1.18. But if this is an everyday thing, can add up $400, $500, $600. That's a lot of money. Now, while it's possible to do this manually by tracking your transactions, rounding them up and investing the money after the fact, there's a thing called Acorns that can automatically round up and invest, all those purchases you make on like selected charge account that you have. And this will just allow you to begin building your portfolio in the background. Just easy peasy, or you could just do it yourself. No big deal. Another big problem, that's what I want to say. I want to say big problem. Those money leaks you have, right? You just unaccounted for fees, random charges, sneakily growing bills that might not be noticeable at first glance, but they start to slowly but surely add up. Consider which everyday expenses are causing you to spend more money than you have to. Bring up your month-to-month expenses and see where you can reduce, your expenditures. If your utility bills have increased, maybe you want to cut down on your heating. Electricity, cooling costs, check if there's any installations issues in your home, then you can make sure your car's in good working order, make sure that, you're being very fuel efficient with your vehicle so you save on gas, so you don't have to buy as much, right? Don't have a heavy foot. Reducing incidental expenses, it can be a good way to start investing, especially if you make it part of your routine. Investment apps, can help you to invest with just a simple tap of the screen, meaning you can instantly reward yourself for skipping your, daily coffee run. And then we're going to talk about using card rewards for extra cash. All right? So cashback rewards on your credit card mean that for every dollar you spend, you get a little bit back. So a card with, we'll use 5%. A card with 5% cash back can get you $50 for every $1,000 charged, which is extra cash you can put into investing. When it comes to searching for a cashback card, look for one that fits your spending habits. See if you can find a card with a welcome bonus, right? And that can give you cash to work with immediately, just instantly. Some cards offer a flat rate of 1% with higher returns on like certain categories, groceries, Amazon orders, gas. It'll be like 1% across the board and like 3% on groceries, or 3% on going out to eat, stuff like that. Keep an eye on the categories your card specializes in. The more you run on your card, the more cash you'll get. So aim for categories in which you spend the most. What I know a lot of people will tell you, don't use your credit card for anything, stay out of debt. But if you're very disciplined, I would suggest using your credit card as your debit card if if you can pay it off at the end, say, of every other week, so that you don't get a really big interest bill, right? Or at the end of every week. If you can be disciplined enough, right? Because you're going to get a lot of cash back and be able to get free things this way. And there's a lot of other bonuses that come with it, but only if you're really disciplined. Last but not least, taxes. Tax deductions and credits that you might be missing. That's a biggie, right? Tax deductions can be an easy way to max out your tax return. And while you can't access this form of cash immediately, deductions can give you a decent chunk of cash to work with once they're processed and you get your return. Charitable donations are deductible in most cases. Now, this may include monetary contributions, or if you donated clothes, or unreimbursed mileage for driving yourself to volunteer activities. If you run a small business, you can usually deduct expenses such as insurance, inventory, equipment leasing. There's a bunch of deductions out there that you might be surprised to hear about. So do a little research, right? And if you don't want to do the research, or you might feel overwhelmed, perfectly fine. Just talk to a tax expert. They'll know all this stuff, right? Give them as much information. Don't hold back. The more information you give them, the better they can help you. So, we want you guys to be able to save more, have more, and either be able to use that money to invest if that's what you want to do, like in a 401k, like in a portfolio, or invest in a business, right? This when you're investing, there's not only one way, right? There's multiple ways to invest. So it really comes down to you. But again, I appreciate you guys being here. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you did. But till I see you guys in the next one, y'all be safe.